How's everybody doing? Hanging in there? Doing well? Introduce yourself. I'm gonna allow everybody to talk because it's like a small group, okay? So I'm gonna click the button and allow everybody to talk to me. And then what we're gonna do is everybody here? There's 4 of us, there's 5 of us. So what we're gonna do is like surprise, we're gonna go through, y'all introduce yourselves to me and y'all tell me what y'all are doing and what you need help with, and then I'll help you. So Baron, you're first since you're unmuted.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, how are you?
I'm a little annoyed. It took me 30 minutes to get here.
To get where?
Here with you.
It just started. It doesn't
Uh,
it doesn't start until 4 o'clock or
no,
such.
but I couldn't log into Zoom, period. I had to uninstall it, then get back to it.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it was
Every once in a
definitely.
while, Zoom just doesn't work, I guess.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. But I'm unfamiliar with what you're giving me a chance to learn. Like, I have no clue about
So,
what you
okay,
guys
good.
do.
So welcome to the family. I'm Stacy Rossetti, and this is a webinar on how to get started in real estate investing.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the beginner investor course, basically is what it is. And it's hosted by REI USA. REI USA is an online platform, where we teach people how to invest in self-storage. I'm sorry, we teach people how to invest in real estate. I personally invest in self-storage, but we teach people how to invest in all different types of real estate transactions. And there's teachers just like me, like investors just like me, that just get up and just teach how to get started in whatever niche that you're interested in. So I don't know, I can get in and just share my screen real fast so I could show you kind of what it looks like. And let's see, REI USA. And then if you go to the REI USA website, I'll show you all the different courses that you have available to you. So as you can see, the upcoming trainings are right here. This is us, it's the beginner investor training. And actually, let's see, tomorrow we at 5 o'clock, we have Eric teaching how to avoid not paying your taxes for your real
Okay.
estate properties. And then we have also Scott, he
Sorry
teaches
about that.
notes on looks like on Thursday. He teaches notes, but there's like, I mean, we have 20 different sessions every single month. So
Okay.
there's all different kinds of sessions. Like Thursday night, we're learning about private money, how to raise private money. We have the South Carolina group that gets together. We have rehabbing on a budget coming up with Lynette. She teaches you how to do rehabbing, staging, things like this. Rachel teaches short-term rentals. Darlene teaches foreclosure, how to buy foreclosures. So essentially there's all different kinds of teachers. So we have 20 different sessions every single month. Just like
Nice.
this one is the beginner beginner investor session. And this is basically me just helping you to get started in real estate investing. And most of the classes are very small, and I consider it really kind of like group coaching. So
Right.
you have somebody to ask questions, and you have somebody to bounce ideas off of. And like when you get stuck or challenged, like you have somebody to lean on, and they can show you, exactly what to do. So that's really what REI USA is it's REI USA is here to just help you get started. So obviously you must be interested in learning how to invest in self-storage. Have you done any investing before?
I dabbled in a few things, but this is something that I'm really interested in. But before I go any further, this might sound silly to most, but do you have a pre-beginners course? Because I haven't had a chance to actually utilize the website or any of that because, I'm a bus driver by trade and
Okay.
my time is not my own. If I
Mhm.
sit down for 5 minutes, they're calling me to go take care of this. And that's no excuse because, look, obviously I made time today because
Mhm.
I was like, I got to get into this because I'm tired of going through that. You know what I mean?
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Where are you located at?
Oh boy. I'm in Missouri.
Missouri. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Well, the good thing is that you're in the like the middle of the country, which is good. And
For who?
for real investing in real estate, you're not in like an expensive super area where like
Right.
prices are just inflated and stuff as much, right? We actually spent last summer in Missouri, and we traveled around and tried to figure out like if we were at the Lake of the Ozarks is where we were, and we spent a lot of time just driving around looking for storage facilities and stuff. So I'm familiar with some of Missouri, and I just know like there's really a lot of really good opportunities in that area. So
Yes,
now
it
what
is.
now what the purpose of REI USA is, just so you have an idea, there's no pre or anything like that. So what happened was like I've been investing in real estate for 10 years. I started around 2010, 2011. Okay.
Right.
And when I first got started in real estate investing, I was under the impression that I had to either wholesale or rehab. Right.
Right.
So everybody, like when you think about real estate investing, you think of wholesaling and rehabbing. And so I joined a coaching program where they taught me how to wholesale and rehab because that's what I thought real estate investing was. But the truth of the matter is that there is a lot of different ways to make money in real estate. There's a lot of different ways to make money in real estate, and wholesaling and rehabbing are just like two of the ways. And so the purpose of REI USA is to show you all the different ways that you can invest in self storage. So that way you can make an educated decision
On
on
what I want to do. Right.
what type of niche you're interested in, right? So are you interested? If you're interested in wholesaling and rehabbing, awesome, do those. But there's also land and notes and small apartments and commercial and storage and doing all different other kinds of transactions. And so we give you basically like webinars, like training sessions where
Hmm.
you can hop on and you can meet expert investors across the country, and they will give you an overview of what the industry is like and guide you and help you and show you what you need to do. But what you can do is really just educate yourself on all the different ways that you can invest in real estate, and then make a decision on what you want to do, right?
Right.
Because I was under the impression that I had to learn how to wholesale and rehab. But the truth of the matter is that I would have never got into real estate investing if I had to wholesale. I mean, if I would have known that I had to wholesale and rehab, because now in the end, I invest in self storage. That's what I do. That's my thing. So
Right.
so it was just a long way around, and a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort to really truly realize that self storage investing was what I wanted to do. And so that's why we created REI USA, was because we wanted to put all of these different niches in front of you and allow you to educate yourself on all the different ways you can invest. And then from there, you can make a decision on what you want to do. And then you'll find some teachers that are like that you connect with. You'll
Right.
find teachers and you'll find different niches that you connect with. And then after you realize what you want to do, then you just keep going to that teacher and have them show you exactly what you should be doing.
Gotcha.
Right. So that's really the purpose of REI USA. Okay.
All right. Got you. Thank you. I
Okay, good.
appreciate
All
it.
right. So then your homework is to try to go to as many sessions as you can, educate yourself, and then, make a decision on what you want to invest in. And then come back here. This is the beginner investor group. So if you need help on anything at all, I'm here to direct you and guide you in any step. If you get stuck on anything at all, you let me know and I can guide you which direction or what you need to do or who you need to talk to or something like that as well too. Okay.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
Awesome.
Definitely
Okay,
got
good.
you.
Okay, who else wants to introduce themselves to me? Unmute yourself. Who's next? Okay, Tanya.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm from North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. Um, that was a great introduction. So now I know what I'm tuned into.
Okay.
So like you said, I'm beginner. I mean, I just sold my house here. And I have some cash, some money that I'm looking to invest in, and real estate is one of the things that I'm interested in. And my son just mentioned to me about storage units. And so when you said storage, I'm like, wow, this must be meant for me to be on this call. So yeah, I'm just here to get more information, where to start, where to go, where to look. So yeah, that's what I'm interested in. And also for the REI site that you mentioned, is
Uh-huh.
that, I'm sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead. Yes.
Is there a subscription that we need to pay in order to be a part of that, or?
Yes, it's in order to be a part of REI USA, it's $40 a month is what it costs. Okay.
Okay.
So, and then that gives you access to all the teachers, plus like a gazillion, I mean, everything that you need in order to get started in storage investing. And just so you know, I do teach storage. I teach people how to invest in self-storage, and I teach on the Monday evening. So, make sure that, well, actually, I think the next one, you'll see if you go to here, actually, when is it? Okay. If you go to the calendar, so I'm basically under just trainings is what I'm under. And then
Okay.
on the next session that comes up will be, I'm not sure. I think I teach, I don't know if it's like, I can't remember what day it is, honestly. But because I teach, here it is right here. Self-storage 101 is on March 1st.
Okay.
So you would just click on this, and then you'd be able to just, once you're logged in to the, once you become a member, you'll be able to register for that. And that is when you can come and hang out with me. And then like, you just come on a regular basis, and then, you know, you'll learn how to invest in self-storage. All right. Yeah. So that's what I do is I teach people how to invest in self-storage, and, you know, and so come hang out with me.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm really interested in it.
Well, and you're in a really good area too, honestly, because like the Southeast is one of the hottest areas for storage right now. And we actually own storage in the Southeast as well. So like, you know, so you'll be able to kind of relate to what I say and teach a lot more. But yeah, you're in a really good area for storage, honestly. So once you learn how to find, basically in storage, I teach them, find them, fund them, run them. So once you learn, first you learn how to find them, right? And then we can learn how to fund them as well too. But that's what we'll get into in the sessions on that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
You.
Okay, good. How about Javanka? So you came on as well too. Introduce yourself to me. Tell me a little bit about myself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Javanka, and I live in Virginia, Gainesville, Virginia, and I'm very close to what they call the DMV area, District of Columbia and Maryland and Virginia. So we just border each other. But it's, as you mentioned before, like the market is very expensive in this area. So I just want to start investing, maybe start out with a short-term rental, like an Airbnb or something, only because I'm not familiar with, you know, construction work and dealing with contractors. I kind of, you know, I would love to do a wholesale and a flip, but I think it takes a lot of time, and I kind of just want to get my feet wet and start investing in something and see how that goes.
Good. You definitely have to hang out with Rachel and Rich. So Rachel is our luxury short-term rental teacher. Let me see if I can find her right here. So luxury short-term rentals, which I think you're a very, very good area for actually both of them. So she does luxury short-term rentals, and she teaches people how to get into like short-term rentals on the higher end part, which is, I think, is going to be good for your area because you are in like a high paying area, more expensive area. And then and she's a fabulous teacher. And then Rich, let me see if I can find Rich Monroe. Rich Monroe teaches Airbnb arbitrage is what he teaches. It's called Airbnb. It's right here, B&B investing. And basically what he's teaching is called arbitrage, which means like you don't need any money to do Airbnb, because what you're doing is going out and like renting an apartment from somebody and then Airbnb that apartment, right? And so this is something that I think would be very, very good for you as well too, because you just have to go out and find like an owner, like a tired landlord, and then like, see, they're just tired of like, the tenants not paying and stuff like this. And so you go to them and say, look, like, why don't you let me lease your place and I'll just do Airbnb for you. And then but you have to furnish it and stuff like this. So you have to furnish it, but essentially you can make a lot of money doing that too. And that's what he does in the Georgia area. So highly, highly recommend you checking out both of those. And, and they're going to teach you kind of the same concepts, but different concepts, because you're going to have to learn how to like look at numbers and stuff. And I would say like, yeah, Rich is more of like a data person, and like, he has a different kind of mindset than Rachel. So go to both of them and learn from both of them. So you have two different concepts of like the same concept. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna love them. You're gonna really love them. So I highly, highly recommend this. And the thing that I love about like these sessions is it's really honestly just like this. So they'll probably get on and teach a little bit. They'll teach like, for a half an hour, and then they'll answer questions for half an hour. And it's the classes are very small. So just think of it as like small group coaching is what it is. And so for everybody else that's just hopping on right now, I'm Stacy, and I am basically like, I'm here. I'm going to allow everybody to talk. So you guys can all introduce yourselves. Tell me what you're interested in, and I'm going to help you kind of with your next steps. That is the purpose of this. That is the purpose of this session. Okay, just so everybody knows. And this is all hosted by REI USA. REI USA is an online education platform for investors. Okay, and we're here to just like, I'm an investor. I've been doing it for 10 years. And I'm here to just help you, guide you to get started. And like the difference between us and everybody else is that you got somebody to talk to, right? This is not a course. All right, this is like live coaching, and you're just part of this like membership of coaching is what it is. Okay. All right, cool. Who else wants to introduce themselves? Sandra, you keep unmuting yourself. You want to introduce
I know it. Yes. Can you hear me?
I heard some typing. That's why I was muting you.
Yeah. I'm Sandra. I'm from the state of Michigan. I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I'm a new investor. I don't know where to begin. I just know that I want to.
Mhm.
I recently retired, so definitely want to have a stream of income other than retirement come in. So that's why I'm
Okay.
here.
Do you have money?
I have money on paper.
Okay. So
But,
you have equity.
I have equity in my home.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. Then honestly, nobody knows who you are anyways, but like, the truth is like, you can invest in real estate with or without money. In fact, I own millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of property, and I have not put a dime of my own money into doing any of it. Okay. So not having money is not a big deal, but what it's going to do is it's going to tell me which way you need to be starting, which areas you need to be starting. Yeah. Obviously, you cannot go out and buy like $1 million property if you don't have any money, right? So it just kind of tells you what it is. So what I would like, and do you have any areas at all that you think like, oh, I might be interested in this, or I might not, or do you know anything about anything?
I think that I want to buy and hold. There are some cities here that are just now starting to gentrify.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Grand Rapids. There's nothing here. It's all gone. Yeah, it's tapped. But there are some other areas, 45 minutes either way from me, that are potentially good spots to have some rentals. So I definitely want to have some rentals, just so I can have that passive income coming in.
Okay, good. And the truth is, like right now in the market, like just for everybody to hear is like being in a primary market, right? So there's basically primary, secondary, and tertiary markets. Primary is going to be like, like a city, right? Obviously. So like, Grand Rapids or Nashville or whatever. And secondary is like the burbs of the city. And then tertiary is the country. Okay. So being in a primary market is not a good idea, right? It's typically not a good idea right now because everything is oversaturated, it's overpriced, and it's just not a good place to be investing in. You want to be focusing on secondary and tertiary markets. I focus on mostly tertiary markets because that's where you get the most bang for your buck. My question to myself is always, where does the secondary market end and the tertiary market begin, right? So where does that verb end and the country begin? Because essentially it's going to start going out. And those are the areas that I start to look at. So for you, Sandra, especially with like rental properties, that is where you want to be. You want to be looking at secondary to tertiary markets, the end of the secondary into the tertiary market for property. That's number one. And number two, the best way to find deals right now is to go directly to the owner, no matter what type of property it is, land, multifamily, residential, commercial. You need to be going directly to the owner. All right. So now you have to figure out how to find owners of whatever types of properties that you're interested in. Right. So if you're interested in landlording or having rental properties, then you need to find other landlords that want to sell right now, right? Or you need to find properties for people that want to sell. So that's going to be your job, especially if you want to do rentals, finding properties of owners that want to sell. Now, my tip to everybody here is that when you start going to all these REI USA sessions, right, and start talking to these teachers just like you're talking to me, the questions that you're going to be asking them is, number one is like, how do you find all your properties? Because all the teachers are buying lots of properties right now. We're all buying properties right now. I got 4 properties under contract, 4 storage facilities under contract right now. So how am I doing that? What is the marketing that I'm doing in order to find these properties? So that's one of the questions that you need to be asking your teachers on all the different sessions that you're going to, right? The second thing is like, how are you funding these deals? Where do you get the money to fund all these deals, right? And so when you start getting into all these sessions and start figuring out, okay, I really want to do rentals or I want to do arbitrage or whatever it is, that is what I'd be asking. If it was me, it'd be like, how are you finding all these properties? What marketing are you doing right now? What is working for you? So I know exactly what I should be doing, right? And then it's like, okay, now how do you fund them? How are you finding all this money to do all these deals, right? And that is what you can do in these sessions. Okay, and then also just so, Sandra, just so you know, you can also just go to the REI USA calendar. Let me see if I can find some sessions for you. So like if you're looking to buy, I'll tell you all the teachers that are doing. Now everybody does buy and holds. Everybody does buy and holds, all right, just so you know. So anyone that you want to go. Now you could go to like the Arizona, like Alice. She has buy and holds. She lives in Arizona, so she runs our Arizona meeting because that's where she lives, and she wants to just do like, she wants anybody that's doing like the state meetings, they don't want to pick any specific topic because they just do everything. And she lives in Arizona, but she owns property in like 5 or 6 different states across the country, and she owns rental property in all these different countries and all these different states. So she'd be a great person to hop onto a call with and just pick her brain, really. And then also right here as well, William Tingle. So if you have time, like a Saturday, the Saturday morning, hang out with them and have a cup of coffee with them and then just pick their brain. He buys all of his properties subject to, is what he does. So he teaches the whole no money down, right, is what he teaches. And so he can, especially if you don't have a lot of money, understanding like creative deal structuring and buying, property subject to, this is how you're gonna learn it, from him. So William teaches this, and then Alice teaches. Alice is also a great person, and also I'm going to tell you, Yukiko, she teaches you how to buy small, like quads and triplexes and duplexes.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
she,
Yeah.
and then also I was gonna say, let's go through and do. And then also, if you want to learn, if you learn notes, essentially you can buy, you can buy like a note is what you could do. So essentially that's what Scott teaches, is how to buy notes, which is like distressed properties that you can get for literally pennies on the dollar, and you're just buying the paper. So you said, oh, I have money on paper. He teaches you how to buy property on paper. That's what Scott does. It's really just buying paper and owning the mortgages and stuff, which is really owning the property. It's just a different way of doing it. So that would be a good one. Notes. And let me see who else. Also, let me see, I was going to find, oh, right here. Darlene is teaching you how to find foreclosures, right? So really properties. And David teaches you how to buy short sales. All right. So it's also two different concepts, or two different ways and strategies for you to find properties. Okay. So going to any of them would be great, but like I'm telling you, those would be some good ones for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay, also, let's see, who else wants to introduce themselves? Tiffany, or no, who else? Tiffany wants, oh, Tiffany, yes, introduce yourself.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, hi, you can hear me. Okay.
Yes.
Thought I was still on mute. I'm Tiffany. I am located in Atlanta. Just trying to figure out how to do I want to do fix and flip, but it's really, really expensive here in the city of Atlanta right now.
Mhm.
And also I was told to not buy, and this is by a another investor, to not buy and hold right now because things are too expensive. So I'm a
Well,
little
just like I said, you need to be in like secondary to tertiary markets. You could definitely buy and hold in tertiary markets. So actually where like all of our properties are in Georgia and Florida. So I know the Georgia market really well, and we buy properties all the time. And in the tertiary markets, right? So like that is like
Okay.
side of the burbs. Okay. So
Okay.
I'll say, for instance, like in between Covington and Augusta,
Oh, okay.
right? Or like in between Macon and Sonoya.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like those are the outside,
Yeah.
or the
Mm-hmm.
middle Georgia, or like, I mean, actually we have property in Valdosta. So you don't have to be, you could be anywhere really, but I'm just saying, like, if you're in the Atlanta market, or in between like Douglasville and Alabama.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that would
Yeah.
be where you want to be, on the places where you don't think about, right?
Right.
That's what you want to be looking and investing in. So that's called the tertiary market. That's the country. Okay.
Okay.
And actually, really what you should be doing too is like thinking about the population, looking like what we do, what I teach my students is you want to be looking at properties that are under, like cities that are probably 50,000 people or less, that are not suburbs. And anywhere from like, from 5,000 to like 25,000, towns that are like smaller towns like this are perfect for investing in right now.
Okay.
Anywhere in the country.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
Okay, good. Who else wants to introduce themselves? I think, did I get everybody? Dexter, how are you doing? You want to say hi? What have you been up to? It's quiet. Carolyn, you want to introduce yourself? She's too shy. Okay.
No,
All right.
I'll introduce myself.
Okay, introduce yourself. Okay.
Okay, I'm Carolyn Hasser from Mobile, Alabama, and I'm definitely interested in investing. So I'm just here to learn.
You're from Mobile?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so nice to meet you. Tell me, have you done any investing before?
No, I haven't. Not,
Okay.
not real estate, but I am a realtor.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Well,
And I've been a realtor since 2008.
okay.
And I'm thinking, why am I waiting for other people to hand me stuff to list when I can do it myself?
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So
Well,
I'd
you're in a
like to
good-
fix and
you're in a
flip.
really good area too. I mean, Alabama's a great area to be investing in because it's a fast growing area. Now, Mobile, I don't know if Mobile is Mobile growing?
Yes, Mobile is growing. Yes.
Is it
And we,
growing like, I think it's growing eastward. That's my guess. Is it
well,
grow-
across our bay is Fairhope and Point
Yeah.
Clear and Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. So the metropolitan area is really about 500,000 people when you put both of them together. And Baldwin County, where all that is growing very quickly.
Mhm, mhm.
And
Yeah, see,
Mobile is
those are good sized areas for me. Like that's the area where I feel the most comfortable, investing in. So I think you're in a very, very good area. It's not a major metropolitan. It's just like 500,000, that's like a small town, honestly.
that's like a big town.
You're like, what? No. It's like a small town. I grew up in Austin, Texas, like 40 years ago. It reminds me of Austin, Texas. So,
Yeah.
but you're in a good area. So like you're like essentially your primary market is not very big. So obviously you don't want to be in the primary markets. You want to be like secondary to tertiary markets. I feel
Right.
and you don't want to be in you don't want to be like too small of a town because there are a lot of really small towns in Alabama. So
Yes.
yeah, so you want to be in that like middle ground, 5,000 to 25,000. That's not like a suburb of Mobile. So maybe you could just think of some areas, maybe kind of on the outskirts of Mobile, or even like I said, across the water, across the bay, in towards Florida area. I feel like that
Mhm.
area is a very good area to be investing in.
Okay.
Why are there not that many people investing in that area? I just feel like it's like a missed area, like let's just go to Google Maps and just I'll show you where I'm talking about. And the reason I know this area very well is because I have a student that's investing in storage in this area. And I just feel like it's such a great area. So Mobile, Alabama. And so I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
Okay.
you see like here, and I feel like this area is such a good, like this area over here is growing very fast. Okay. So you tell me if you tell me, I feel like this area over here is growing.
Yeah, that's Fairhope and
Like this whole
And-
area, why is there not more people living in this area? Like south of the 10?
well, there are actually, but it's always just been a lot of farming area. And right now they're building, suburb after suburb to the point where they've actually put a moratorium on building so that the traffic and all the, everything, the wastewater systems and all that can handle everything.
That's what's happening in Austin. I'm in Austin right now and they're having like water issues and everything. So, but so
We've got
like
plenty
this
of water,
area
but ours is
south of the
wastewater
10 is a
issue.
good area. This is a very good area to invest in, my personal opinion, and maybe even up above the 10 a little bit over here, because eventually it will come up there.
Yeah.
So I would just be looking in this. I would be looking in this area for property.
Okay.
And I don't know what kind of property you want to buy, but see the reason I know this too is because I invest in self-storage, and what major storage like self-storage companies do is they really study migration patterns. That's what they do. And they study where people are moving to. Like, so U-Haul, public storage, and Extra Space, is moving and storage really kind of go hand in hand, especially in these like bigger like primary markets and stuff like that. So they really study migration patterns. And so I just happen to just pay attention and watch them. And so wherever you see like a CubeSmart or a Public Storage coming up and there hasn't been anything there, I'm telling you, the reason that it's there is because they know that place is going to be on fire soon.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
There is like no, so you guys could search as in any area that you have, but like, you know, if you search like storage in this area, okay, let's just zoom in over here. If you search like storage in this area, storage near me, or storage, let's see, storage nearby. And so right here, it's not letting me do it. Let me see if I can get in there. Okay,
Well, if
here.
you typed in Fairhope or
Let's see if
Orange
yeah,
Beach, there you go.
yeah, so here you could see like there's not any like name brands here. There's no like cubes, and actually there's one Cube Smart that I think is just opened up, and I can't remember where it's at, but it's like over here somewhere. And I don't know, I can't remember where it's at, but I remember I was looking here at the student the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like a cube. Oh, here, no, it was extra space storage. There's an extra space storage being opened up right here. And so that to me is an indication that like this area is going to start booming and start growing very fast, because they only invest in primary market. They only invest in primary markets or soon to be primary markets. So my personal opinion is this whole area, like all these areas over here, you know, this is a really good area to be looking for a property, any type of property. You know, I would say duplexes, you know, single family or duplexes or triplexes or quads. I'm not sure what you want to get into, or even land, like buying and holding land or flipping land. Commercial property, anything. I feel like this area over here, this is going to be from Pensacola all the way down. This area is going to be a very good area to invest in.
Okay.
So, okay, what are you interested in by chance?
Well, I'm really interested in just single family homes, trying to do those just because, I mean, if I'm going to start, I feel like I need to start kind of small and get my feet wet and then see how I do.
Okay, yeah. But single family, like buying, whole, flipping, wholesaling, what are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking flipping.
Flipping. Okay, cool. Well, get in there and see if you can find something out there. You just have to make sure you have a big enough spread, because it's so expensive right now to flip homes. Just buy something 50 cents on the dollar. Like I would say the rule would be like, I'm buying, the only thing I'm buying is 50 cents on the dollar.
Okay.
That's what I would say right now, okay? Because it's just so expensive to rehab. So for anybody that's interested in rehabbing, your rule right now is I'm only going to buy 50 cents on the dollar. And you know, you might not be able to find something, you know, closer to the bay, but like in the middle of that area right there, you should be able to find something. But you just
Well,
have to
how do you know it's 50 cents on the dollar? I mean, how do you figure that
you
out?
should definitely know this. So essentially, if you were going to repair, if you were going to like run comps on that property after it has been fixed up,
Okay.
what would
Gotcha.
that price be? And you need to be buying that at 50 cents of that price.
Okay.
Okay. That should be your rule of thumb.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now inside in REI USA, when you go to REI USA, let me see right here, go to partners. All right. And on the partners page, you have either Flipper Force. This will be perfect for you. Flipper Force is it's a flipping software, like to help you put together, you know, scope of work, spec sheets, deal analysis, this kind of stuff. Like if you really want to get into flipping homes, Flipper Force is like the best of the best. And I know the owner, and he's a great guy, right? So Flipper Force, I highly recommend. And then also, but then if you don't want to buy like the full, like, you know, take me step by step in the flipping process, then you want to look up ROI Muse. And I also know Joe, he's the owner of this, and he created this software. It's deal analysis. It's running numbers. How do I know if this is a good deal?
Okay.
Okay. So like I said, look at this. Anybody that wants to be a, you know, buy and hold, you got to use Rent Ready. I know Joe Barron, he's the owner of this company, and he is a great guy. And so he has this software for all of his rental property Yeah, so I mean, these are all, I mean, essentially, I've been in the business now 10 years. I've been teaching for almost 10 years. And these are all the people that I met along the way that I believe are like super awesome people in the industry. So that's why they're on this page. But so you could check in here and just check. These are all just partners of REI USA is what they are.
Okay.
They'll help you with your business and stuff. That's part of whether you're a member or non-member, that's here. Okay. And then also I think we have the beginners course is offered for free, right? So you can, if you say, I don't want to pay $40 to be part of REI USA, this course is my course. It's what to do to get started, right? Setting up your office, getting your marketing going, acquiring properties, funding your deals, financing, construction, and then liquidations, right? So that's all right here. And so that's for free, but essentially to become a member of REI USA is $40 a month. Okay, and you could be a member as long as you want, as much as you need group coaching, as much as you need somebody to bounce ideas off, ask questions and stuff, then you could come here and this is where you could sign up. All right. So yeah, there's a lot. And then also once you become a member, there's a lot of other stuff in there as well too. So you'll see everything once you become a member. But I just want to at least point that out, that we're pretty much a one-stop shop. But the best part about REI USA is this right here. You can hop on and just ask us like random questions, and we'll just make sure that you know exactly where to do, what to do. So as you have these questions formulating in your mind, write them down. So the next session that you hop on, you just ask the teacher, like, what about this? What about this? And they tell you exactly what to do. Okay. And that's what we're here for. Okay, good. Okay, good. Any other questions, final questions before the session ends? Any challenges, issues from anybody here? Anything you want to talk about? Yes, Carol, go ahead, Carolyn.
I was just thinking that I've heard that it's so hard to get supplies right now, that if you were going to try to fix something up, it may take forever to get garage doors or,
Yes.
doorknobs or whatever. And I think that might be something we need to take into consideration too, because I'm sure if you're going to flip, it's all in the speed.
I would give yourself 1 year to flip the property.
Okay.
All right. Now that's like a typical property that's like maybe needs like 50 to 75 grand, and what seems like a lot of money, but it's honestly not right nowadays. Right. So, but typically like you never ever want to borrow money for less than a year, less than a year. Okay. So it's because it takes forever. Like you don't want to be running your numbers on 6 months anymore. You have to be at a year or more.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely give yourself a lot of time right now, and get out into the tertiary markets. That's where you're going to be making your money. Okay, good. Who else? Any final thoughts, questions? Javonka?
I have, yes. I was just wondering, would you recommend hard money lenders or private lenders?
Both, either. And actually Thursday night, Alan is going to be speaking on how to find private lenders. So make sure you sign up for that session as well too. And Alan teaches people how to find private money. That's what he teaches. That's just what he does. So highly recommend that you listen to that. You can go to the calendar and sign up for that one. But you really need to learn how to raise money. It doesn't matter how you raise the money, but you want to be talking to every single type of person out there, because one property may fit one lender and may not fit the other, and all this kind of stuff, because the terms are different depending on all the properties and all the lenders, and everybody has a different risk level, and everybody has different percentages to put down, and interest rates and terms of loans. And so you need to just be like, you need to just be talking to as many different types of lenders as you possibly can, so that when you get that deal, like you find, one of them will fit that deal. You know what I'm saying? just talking to one lender and having all your eggs in one basket is just not a good thing. So you need hard money, private money, you need your own money, you need to raise money, you need it all, especially nowadays. You just need it all. Baron?
Yes, I'm sorry. What's the name of the website again?
REI USA, REI-USA.com. REI-USA.com, yeah. And yeah, I mean, essentially anything and everything that you need to know about investing in real estate, all different types of real estate, any real estate that you can imagine, any type of real estate you can imagine, it is offered through REI USA. Okay, and everything that you need in order to run your businesses are all offered through REI USA. All right, because this is like 10 years of my life, and then like all the other investors coming together and forming this community so people can learn. And essentially all it is just investors just like me that just want to give back. Nobody gets paid. Nobody, we all just do this for free. We're just here to help and just, help people.
REI.USA.
REI-USA.com. REI-USA.com.
Okay. So this is not REI Club, right?
No, it's REI-USA.
Dash. Let me find out the dash is what actually got me here. Because I've been trying for the last 20 minutes. I even went in another room because I didn't want you to hear me going frigger, fragger, frigger, fragger.
All right, I'm just going to put it into the chat.
I got it.
Okay, got it. Okay. Here we go.
Amazing. So now I got to set up a login and all this stuff.
Go to the, you have to go to membership and then set the login up and everything. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Stacey, you have been amazing. I appreciate you.
Okay, awesome, cool. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next session, okay?
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, and we'll see you soon, okay? Take care. And bye, Michelle. I know you're here, but you're busy, so bye. Take care.
Thank you, Stacy.
Bye, bye.